It's an incense burner, I believe. A friend of mine was dying of brain cancer a few years ago, and she insisted that I keep this for her. Her mother-in-law was a world traveler, probably around 1910, 1920, and she brought it back from somewhere in Asia. She wasn't close at all to her mother-in-law, and it was in a storage locker. Only after her mother-in-law died did she find that this was in the storage locker.
This stunning Chinese cloisonné censer is not only a beautiful work of art, but also rich in cultural symbolism and history. Cloisonné is a complex enameling technique that originated in France and was perfected in China by the Qing Dynasty imperial workshops starting in the 17th century. This particular censer dates from the 19th century and features a large, ripe pomegranate design.
In this case, it's a ripe pomegranate where you have these seeds burgeoning out from the surface. And pomegranate in Chinese is pronounced shilu, and it's symbolic of having many children.
The multicolored seeds bursting from the surface enhance this meaning, while other motifs, such as cracked ice and prunus blossoms, represent the arrival of spring and renewal. An added highlight is its intricately carved hardwood base, echoing the pomegranate theme. Given its size, craftsmanship, and cultural significance, this censer commands an auction estimate.
Pieces of this fruit shape are usually smaller. This is a big censer. This is a tour de force object. At auction, something like this would carry a pre-sale estimate of between $15,000 and $25,000.
Whoa. No kidding.
Yes. What a gift from your friend.
Was. Thanks, Millie.
It belonged to my grandfather, who lived in Brooklyn, New York, and I think after the Second World War had some money and he began to buy art. He had a few old master prints and some ceramics, and he died. And then my grandmother, I think, gave things that were more special to the Brooklyn Museum.
Do you know when she gave things to the museum?
I would say 1962 to 1967, somewhere in there.
When did you inherit this piece?
I think just 2010. And it's been sitting on a shelf hidden out of way because it didn't fit with the rest of the things on the shelf, but also felt safer there.
Tucked away quietly for years, this unassuming Chinese porcelain bowl holds a secret few would expect. It's an authentic Kangxi period treasure from the Qing Dynasty. What sets this piece apart is its flawless copper-red glaze, often referred to as sacrificial red, perfectly balanced with a delicate white rim. The rare shape of the bowl suggests it may have been created for ritual use at the imperial court itself. Unlike typical copies marked in tribute to a dynasty, this bowl carries a genuine Kangxi rain mark and was crafted at the imperial kilns in Jingdezhen, confirming it's a true mark and period piece. A collector's label further hints at its long history in private collections. Once made for the emperor's household, its rarity and pristine condition sent appraisers into awe. Only 2 or 3 examples like it have surfaced in recent years.
If this went up for auction, it would carry a pre-sale estimate of $30,000 to $50,000.
Oh, dear goodness. We didn't have any idea. I assumed it was somewhat valuable, but I have no idea in the world.
I bought it at auction in 1993 in Lexington. My husband and I both are interested in Asian things. I had the opportunity to buy it, and I thought it was a good price. And I didn't really know for sure what it was, other than I thought it was probably some kind of jade, but it was listed as Spanish nephrite.
What did this cost? Do you remember?
Well, I can't really remember, and I couldn't find a receipt for it, but I want to say maybe about $800.
Okay.
A stunning example of Qing craftsmanship, this deep green jade basin isn't just a decorative piece, it's a relic from China's imperial past. Expertly carved from nephrite, often referred to as spinach jade due to its rich, leafy color, the basin's interior bursts with detailed lotus blossoms and curling vines. Along the outer rim, bat motifs, ancient symbols of luck, add another layer of meaning. Historically, This shallow vessel would have rested on a wooden stand, perhaps used in ceremonial contexts, or simply admired for its beauty, as water reflected through the jade.
What are you using it for?
I use it for flower arrangements.
One of the things I've noticed is there's some candle wax. You're not putting candles in it?
Well, I've had candles next to it. And
I would say that's probably not a good idea
Okay.
because one of the things that can happen if this, for some reason, were to get hot,
It could
it's
crack.
possible that this could crack.
Over time, tiny natural fissures formed in the stone, marking its authenticity, yet highlighting its delicate nature. The craftsmanship remains undeniably refined, even superior for its period. What once seemed like a modest purchase has transformed into a remarkable treasure.
I would recommend an insurance figure for this of about $25,000.
Oh my God. Okay.
Okay?
Wow.
25,000, maybe even 30,000.
Whoa.
Okay?
Oh my gosh.
That's what you would be expected to pay if you went to an antique shop that dealt in Chinese art
Really?
and bought this today.
Wow, that's
Okay.
amazing. Oh, I'm excited.
These striking imperial Chinese compotes, inherited from a British ancestor who served during the Second Opium War, carry both artistic beauty and historical weight. Crafted in the mid-18th century during the Qianlong reign, they represent the height of Chinese decorative artistry.
They were produced during the high point of Chinese decorative arts, and they are actually a gilt bronze base with a cloisonné enamel.
Where on the gilding and minor enamel loss hint at their functional past, adding to their authenticity rather than detracting from their value.
The quality, the style, the repeating Indian lotus on a turquoise ground, and I'll lift up the base. Beautifully worked
Pretty and
to show flowers, this wonderful archaic key. We have a stylized Tao tea mask with ruri or lingzi mushrooms. So they're beautifully worked.
Missing inner liners suggest these compotes were once three-part objects, making their survival in any form quite rare. An inscription dating back to 1861 links them directly to a British regiment stationed in China, reinforcing their historical significance. Likely sourced from the imperial palace during wartime upheaval, these objects are more than family heirlooms. They're silent witnesses to China's turbulent 19th century.
The value in an auction today is likely to be between $20,000 and $30,000.
okay. That's very interesting. Thank you. I guess my dad was right. They were worth something.
An insurance value would probably be around $40,000.
It was my grandfather's. It was given to him during my father's birth in 1925. I appropriated it from my father about 1968, and it's been in my home ever since.
This elegant vase is actually a masterwork from China's Qing Dynasty, known as a meiping. Its distinctive silhouette was designed to hold branches of plum blossoms. But what truly sets this piece apart is its rare flambe glaze, a dazzling blend of oxblood red, deep turquoise, and sky blue, with characteristic surface pitting that hints at its complex firing process. This glaze was originally developed during the Qing Dynasty, but the vase itself was made in the 18th century as a tribute to that earlier era, exclusively for the imperial household. A discreet rain mark beneath confirms its imperial origins.
It's a very special object. It has one problem, and I'm going to spin it around, and you've mentioned it to me. It's got a little bit of a line down through the glaze. That's called a glaze crack. And it probably came because somebody whacked the side of it with another hard object. So would you like to know the sales value or sort of the insurance value, or does it matter?
The insurance value, because I have a feeling I'm probably going to have to do that.
You have a treasure from the Qing Dynasty, the Qianlong period. I would insure this for $40,000.
Oh my God.
If it didn't have that line, I would insure it for $75,000.
Wow.
mother and father purchasing it back in the early 60s from an antique shop in Chinatown in Chicago.
And how much did you pay for it?
$600.
$600. That was a hefty price in the 1960s
Yes, it was.
to have paid for it.
My folks have told me that it could have come from the Qing Dynasty era,
Right.
and that's about all I know.
It's not Qing Dynasty.
It's not Qing Dynasty.
At first glance, this porcelain figure may appear decorative, but it represents a rare piece of Chinese export history. Crafted in 1815, South China, likely in Canton Province, the statue depicts a high-ranking Qing Dynasty official, created specifically for sale to the Western market. Cold-painted pottery like this was mass-produced at the time, yet remarkably few examples have survived. Details like the official's dragon robe, once embroidered with imperial dragons and pearls, and the distinctive court necklace signal his elite status. The rank badges, both front and back, feature a crane, a symbol identifying him as a first-ranking official. Historically, the figure's cap would have been made from otter fur, linking it directly to the China trade where otter pelts were exchanged for goods like this. Originally, a peacock feather adorned the hat, though that detail has since been lost. Despite some minor damage, repairable without much impact on value, the figure remains museum-level rare.
I would think at auction, this piece should sell for around $40,000.
Okay, cool.
And wouldn't be surprised at all if it sold for more.
That would be neat.
Yeah, and there were originally two of them, a male and a female figure.
Right.
And at that, you don't even know what would happen in terms of the price. It'd be sky high. They're exceptionally rare. I've never seen any of them outside of museums.
My father was in the Army after World War II. He was stationed in Japan, and every week he would get his rations, which cost $2 and included a carton of American cigarettes. He would take the cigarettes to a little store and sell them for Japanese yen, and he would get about $12 to $14 in yen, depending on the week. So one week he took them in, and in turn he bought this for what he got for his carton of cigarettes.
This extraordinary bamboo carving offers a rare glimpse into late Qing Dynasty artistry, blending natural beauty with refined craftsmanship. Carved from an unusually thick section of bamboo, this piece captures a serene mountain scene where scholars gather in quiet contemplation. Delicate details reveal figures engaged in conversation, perhaps playing a strategic game atop a rocky table surrounded by pine trees, mountain goats, and elegant cranes, symbols of longevity and wisdom.
Because it's so heavy and thick, it has cracked, but that doesn't affect the piece. It's fine that way. We don't see these much. It's extremely unusual. And we think it maybe dates later in the Qing Dynasty, 19th to the beginning of the 20th century. Today in the auction market, we think this should bring between $10,000 and $15,000.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow. I need to take good care of it.
This unassuming pale green jade vase, discovered decades ago for just a few dollars at an auction, conceals a fascinating history within its smooth, rounded form. Crafted from nephrite jade, its delicate mottled coloration, patches of clouded green, pale brown streaks, and natural inclusions speaks to the stone's authenticity and age. The vase's powerful silhouette is enhanced by elegant S-shaped handles near the rim, paired with matching leaf-like brackets at the base.
Interior here, there's this little kind of cut area groove around the inside, which indicates that at one time this had a cover.
Experts believe this piece dates from the transitional period between the Ming and Qing dynasties, spanning the late 17th to early 18th century, making it a rare find. Over years of careful handling, it has gained a beautiful patina, revealing its journey through time.
I think it's not unreasonable to estimate this to sell in the range of $10,000 to $15,000.
Really? Really? That was a good $20 investment I made. Oh my God. Well, if it had the lid, what would the value be? Would it increase the value?
I think it would be reasonable to expect it to be in the $30,000 to $50,000 range.
If it had the lid. I had second thoughts at the last minute. I said, I didn't think it would be worth anything. I just thought, well, maybe I'll go ahead and bring it.
My parents bought them, probably in the early 1950s. My mother had never attended too many auctions before that experience, and she raised her hand not realizing that she was bidding on these three pieces.
Oh no, and she bought it?
And she bought them.
Was she happy?
Very happy.
This captivating trio of Chinese cloisonné vessels reveals a fascinating journey through centuries of enamel artistry. The smallest piece, once transformed into an inkwell, dates back to the late 16th century, though its original slender neck and shape have been altered with an 18th century cover. The middle vessel showcases a blend of cloisonné and champlevé techniques, adorned with prunus blossoms and believed to have once held a jade and stone mineral tree, crafted during the Qianlong reign in the 18th century. The standout of the group is a remarkable Jew-shaped vessel, inspired by ancient Shang bronze forms from 1500 to 1000 BC. Its underside bears archaic characters, evoking China's earliest writing styles. This piece's exquisite mercury gilding, intricate mask design, and flawless key fret patterns demonstrate the pinnacle of craftsmanship. Despite some wax repairs and discoloration, its value remains significant. Together, these three vessels span dynasties and techniques, offering a rare glimpse into China's rich decorative traditions.
Give you an idea of the value on these. This, I think, is worth somewhere around $2,000 to $3,000, maybe $2,500 to $3,500. This is worth in the $7,000 to $10,000 range. If this were not damaged, we'd be looking at something at $15,000 to $20,000. With the damage, it's going to bring the price down a little bit, but I'd say probably about $7,000 to $10,000. So you've got a really wonderful example of three different types of workmanship from two different periods, the Ming Dynasty and the Qing Dynasty, and I'm delighted to see them.
It's a teapot that I've had for about 10 years, and it came from my grandmother. It was always in her house as long as I ever knew, behind her favorite chair where she always sat when we would go and visit. I know it came through my grandfather's family, but I really don't know the history of it. I'm assuming it's a teapot because it's got a spout and it's got something on top, but I mean, it doesn't look like any teapot I've ever seen before.
Shaped like a plump peach, with a lotus-shaped lid and a branch-like handle, the design is both whimsical and symbolic. Peaches often represent longevity in Chinese culture. Its cobalt blue glaze, derived from imported minerals, varies in shade and texture, reflecting the era's experimental kiln conditions. Unlike more controlled imperial porcelain, this piece exhibits charming irregularities and roughness that highlight the potter's freedom during a time of political upheaval.
So we've got this fruit-decorated, fruit-form vessel with this lotus conical receptacle at the top, which actually is where the liquid goes, and then it comes out the spout. Now, why would you have a fruit-form vessel with this big, wide body?
Wow, I just don't know.
In Sonoma Valley, what do you all do
Wine.
there? Wine.
So this is a wine vessel.
It's a wine vessel.
My.
And not
so
everybody...
Not tea. Not
exactly.
tea.
The color of the blue varies from various times in history because it is from a mineral called cobalt, which is imported into China, and the imperfections in that blue vary from one period to another as the supplies changed.
Okay.
Today, it's recognized as a valuable example of transitional wear, bridging two dynasties and showcasing a burst of creative expression.
All those are features that are characteristics of the late Ming Dynasty.
Oh, wow.
What do you think this is worth?
I have no idea. A few $100s.
A few $100s. Well, what if I was to say at auction, $15,000 to $25,000?
Oh, my. Oh. You have to be kidding me.
I'm not kidding.
It's really $15,000 to $25,000.
$15,000 to $25,000. I'm not kidding you.
Wow.
It's wonderful.
It came from my great-grandfather on my father's side. Came down through the family to my mother, who stuck it in a closet. She gave it to me in 1970, and it's been in my sideboard since.
What do you know about it?
It's Chinese, and it's got some figures on the bottom that I don't understand.
This exquisite pear-shaped porcelain vase carries the prestige of the Qing Dynasty's imperial kilns, crafted during the brief but significant reign of Emperor Yongzheng from 1723 to 1735. Originating from Jingdezhen, the famed porcelain capital near Shanghai.
How we know it's imperial is, first of all, by the form, by the glaze quality, and also by the rain mark on the base. The rain mark says, made in the Qing Dynasty during the reign of the Emperor Yongzheng.
Its copper-red glaze, though slightly misfired in spots, showcases a rich raspberry tone that collectors highly prize. The rare survival of pieces from Yongzheng's short reign adds to the vase's desirability and value. Its combination of quality, condition, and historical importance positions it well in today's vibrant Chinese art market.
What do you think it's worth?
Foggiest idea, 100, 200?
At auction, it would bring conservatively, because of the slightly misfired glaze, about $30,000 to $50,000.
You're kidding me.
No. The Chinese art market is really quite hot now for things made by the imperial kilns.
My mom calls it an incense burner. I'm not sure if that's what it is. Her aunt gave it to her. Her aunt used to display cut flowers in it, and then my mom used to just keep matchbooks in it. I believe it's Chinese because there's characters on the bottom. She used to put a little top on there because she thought there was something missing, but maybe it was made that way. I'm not sure.
This impressive censer, often mistaken for a simple incense burner, carries a rich legacy rooted in Chinese craftsmanship. Made from fine bronze and topped with Chinese hardwood, likely Hongmu, it features intricately coiled Q-long dragons entwined with celestial clouds, designed to create a mesmerizing effect when incense smoke rises. While the current lid may not be original, the missing centerpiece was probably a semi-precious stone that once completed the stunning design.
Was there often a desire in the home to polish objects or clean objects?
Well, my mom might have polished it. I'm not sure.
It has been polished.
Okay.
And you mentioned you observed some marks.
Yes.
Great Ming Zhuande is a rain mark, and it dates from 1425. It also states that it was made by the Wu family. It says it was made in the 5th year of Zhuande, which would make it 1430.
Wow.
However, it doesn't date from 1430.
Okay.
This dates from the 17th to 18th century.
Okay.
Its substantial weight and robust casting speak to its high quality, and signs of age and use inside the bowl highlight its functional history.
In its current state, cleaned with a 20th century patina, frankly, it would have a retail value of $7,000.
Wow. That's awesome. I had no idea. That's amazing.
Uncleaned with a good, rich, handheld, hand-manipulated for centuries patina, it would likely have a retail value of about $15,000.
Wow. And I probably was made to clean it as a kid.